So the final round of the group stage is here. Morocco and Zambia are through to the quarterfinals. Here are the details. So attention football fans, so welcome once again to WAFCON update on SN Women's Football. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for sticking with us, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments below. So the round 3 is here, but before we go in, let's recap in the final round 2 games in Group C. So we saw Mali taking on Ghana in a 1-1 draw, and of course we also saw Tanzania doing what people really didn't expect, that they were able to hold down South Africa to a 1-1 draw as well. They seemed to be the better side in that game, but unfortunately they fell short. And if you look at the screen, you can see the goals from both teams in that match. So updating Group C, we see that there is South Africa on top of the table, there's Mali second, and then we see Tanzania third and Ghana at the bottom of the table. So which means the final group games is going to be something to look out for, especially between Ghana and Tanzania, because the results will determine if both teams are going home or one of them will be staying in the competition. So let me know who you think is going and who you think is staying. Anyway, so moving on to Group A in round 3, the final round. So we saw the host nation taking on Senegal, and that game was something really intense. I don't know how it happened, but Senegal seemed to be the better side in that game for a very short moment of time. They did what they had to do. They kept the Moroccans at bay. They tried some attack, but I think that they were facing more of the ball, so they didn't do so much with the ball. And I would like to commend the Senegalese goalkeeper Ajin. I know that by now a lot of teams will be picking her out because she's been very good in this tournament. Yes, she's conceded goals, but most of the goals she conceded is something that any goalkeeper would have conceded. But in this game, she proved to be the most important player for the Senegalese. But unfortunately, if you are that good, you are also bound to make terrible mistakes. And if you can see that this foul, which led to the penalty against Senegal, was totally needless. And this, you could see that it's also part of the learning curve, because she's also very young and quite inexperienced. But yes, but she should have known better. She could have known better that, listen, once it's a very intense game like this, because both of you need the win, a lot of tension is going to be there. So the players will try to aggravate certain things against you for you to be able to react. And that's what she did. And you could see that that hand was what caused everything, because it's host nation, it's a slight bias for them. Of course, if it's a penalty and you give it to Marbet, she's going to fly it into the net. So you cannot stop a Marbet's penalty. I'm here to see a goalkeeper stop. Maybe it's going to be the Nigeria Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka to do that. We never know. All too soon, the game ended 1-0. I think Senegal got a goal, but it was ruled rightly offside, and Morocco also returned the favor to also get a goal, and I think Chebak was also offside as well. Now, talking about Chebak, I don't know who can stop Chebak in this tournament, because, listen, as a forward, she's been all over the place. And watching that game against Senegal, listen, Morocco is going to be a force to be reckoned with, because the way they attack in group and they defend in group is very, like, it's something commendable. Morocco really wants to win this tournament, and you can see that they just want to win this tournament. They can't settle for anything less than winning this tournament. But let's see what happens. Now let's go on into the game between Zambia and DR Congo. So Zambia went on with a very strong 11 as always. We saw the unbeatable duo. We saw Punanaja and Banda leading the attack. We also see Musole in the goal post, Nchula as the right back, and Mweba and Maluba in the center back. But it was something that the writing was on the wall, because we knew that Zambia was going to defeat DR Congo, but it wasn't as easy as people thought it was on paper. And Zambia is a team that if you give them a little chance, they are going to capitalize on it. And it's good for them that this time around, they were able to keep a clean sheet. So they kept their first ever clean sheet in this tournament. And I think that this also helps to tell it. I don't know whether it's because their defense were good or DR Congo couldn't really take most of their chances, but it was a little bit of both. But for DR Congo, this is the end of the road for them. They are out of the competition officially. And for a team that has been out of the continental stage for more than 10 years, coming back and then going back home is something devastating. They have a chance to regroup and come in the next year's WAFCON, but I think they are going to play South Africa in the qualifiers, so it's going to be something, a very, very intense game in that one. When we get there, we'll talk about them, but let's see what happens. But for now, I think that it is the end of the road for them. Heavy Happy and his girls, I'm sorry, but you would have to say goodbye. But yes, they did well. We saw the likes of Kajinga doing what they can do, but unfortunately, she was able to just get a goal in this tournament. And as for the goal that Zambia scored, it was just through a free kick from Kundananjin. I think that was a very intelligent free kick. That ball could have been stopped, but I think it was also because of the inexperience of the goalkeeper, and it was her debut. But she did well, getting some saves here and there to make sure that the game still maintained at 1-0, hoping that DR Congo will capitalize on it. But well, it's the end of the road for them. And as you can see on your screens, we have the standings in Group A. So we have Morocco, group leaders, and we see Zambia second. There is Senegal third, who are poised to qualify for the quarterfinals with 4 points. So let's see how it's going to happen for them. But now the next round of games that will be played today will be the Group B matches, which is between Nigeria and Algeria, and we are also going to see Tunisia and Botswana. So let us know who you think is going to win those matches. And of course, we know Nigeria already through to the quarterfinals. It's just about who is going to join them in the quarterfinals after today. So far, so good. I'm enjoying the tournament. It's very, very good. It's very, very intense, and the officiating and everything seems fair. So it's a very, very great tournament. Let me know what you think of the tournament so far. Who is your best player of the tournament so far? So until I see you in the next video, I'm Selassie, and I'm just a guy who loves women's football. Make sure you subscribe.